window.
Got a good thing, don't know if I'ma see you again, but is that a good thing? Cause girl, I can't be your man. No man, I know what's on your brain. You probably hope it never win. Like, is it the real thing, or is it just a one night stand? Well then, glamorous, 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 flousy, flousy.
Said Coke 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong and sell tapes from here to Hong Kong.
I don't want a Valentine, I just want Valentino. I just want that nigga poker face like a casino. Dito, no, I get it in like a free throw. Shorty wants some more, she think I seen her keep the leak. I don't want a Valentine, I just want Valentino. I just want that nigga poker face like a casino. Dito, no, I get it in like a free throw.
I know someday it'll all turn around because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
I'm out and all the time. I'm out and all the time.
I ain't been getting high, but maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly. I know this, you think that you know shit. All this shade is coming at me, I wonder who does it. They can't see the vision, boy, they must be out of focus. That's a real hot album, homie, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit.
It's like I waited my whole life for this one night. It's gonna be me, you, and the dance floor. Cause we only got one night. Double your pleasure, double your fun. And dance forever, 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 forever,
You say yes, I say no. You say stop, but I say go, go, go. Oh no. You say goodbye, but I say hello.
I like the view.
You're my best view.
Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? there's one thing that I need from you. Can
I
you
want
come?
you all myself, we don't need anyone else. Let our bodies do the talking, let our shadows paint the wall. I want you here in my arms, feel hide away in the dark. Stick your hand in my back pocket, oh, and let your long hair fall. I want you, to myself, to myself.
Can you come? And there's one thing I need from you. Can you come?
I fell in love, same time that you're falling apart. I should've known, thought I saw a sign in the stars, but I was wrong. Fucking with you ain't last that long. Now you gone, now you gone, now you gone, girl.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality.
I need your love, I need your touch, I need you right now, I need you right now.
Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. Pistol on my head like I'm a cop. You ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, this a clock. My God told me you promise you gon' squeeze me. Better let me go the day you need me. Put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop.
I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on no pussy and show up in them the shot toss. When my homies pull up on your blood, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta.
Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and living hilltop bosses, dropping 50 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
The city's gonna break my heart. The city's gonna love me and leave me alone. The city's got me chasing stars. It's been a couple months since I felt like I'm home. Am I getting closer to knowing where I belong? The city's gonna break my heart. She's always gonna break her heart. Oh.
So, before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm, so before you go.
So keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down, your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down, your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down, you lose.
So, before you go, was there something I could have said to make it all stop hurting? It kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless.
as by far as you. If I could fly, then I would know what life looks like from up above and down below. I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you dry. Don't be afraid, Cecilia, I'm the satellite, and you're the sky.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
What did she say?
And you're the sky.
I'm giving you hell. Hold tight, you'll slowly coming back to life. I'm giving you hell. I'm giving you hell. Let go of all your haunted dreams tonight. I'm giving you hell. I'm giving you hell. All my life I've been good, but now I'm thinking, what the hell? All I want is to mess around, and I don't really care about if you love me, if you hate me, you can save me, baby, baby. All my life I've been good, but now, whoa, what the hell?
No, it always seemed to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. They pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Why not? They pay paradise, they put up a parking lot. Hey, 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 pay paradise, put up a parking lot.
Why you always in the mood? Look around like I'm brand new. I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Look around like I'm brand new. I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood?
Who was on crack?
Cause I'll be with you. Cause I'll be with you.
So, what's up? I'm wide awake but never sleep. You know, I close my eyes to wonder, but it's cool. 'Cause I've been looking at you.
It's midnight and I'm wasted, so wasted, I'm wasted. I can't believe I'm calling you up again. I know I might be crazy, so crazy, I'm crazy. I can't believe I'm calling you just to say I'm not okay.
Hold me close and I won't leave, 'cause it hurts when you hurt somebody. So much to say, but I don't sleep, and I hate that I let you stop me.
I'm not okay. I just want you to say I'm not okay. I just want you to say I'm not okay.
Thinking out loud, I could be broke and keep $1 million out of smile. LOL to the bank, checking my account. Bank teller first after checking my account. Pretty ladies like, yeah, drop a butter on your pussy. Cut a buddies on the low, you ain't gotta tell your friends that I eat it in the morning.
I'm not
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know. I I haven't had a good time in a long time, you know. I'm way up, I feel blessed. Way up, I feel blessed.
There is no one like me. There is no one like me. Like me. Take a second look and you'll see. There is no one like me. There is no one like me. Like me. No one like me.
Way up, I feel blessed. Way up, I feel blessed. Way up, I feel blessed.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Hate me, still trying to replace me. Chase me, tell me how you hate me. Raise me, wish you never dated me. Lies, tell me lies, baby, tell me how you hate me.
Take on me. Take on me. Take me on. Take on me. I'll be I'm putting on my shades, cover up my eyes, looking in my eyes.
I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way. AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
200.
Every single person can be successful.
Dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now we're
trader.
currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this,
$100
go out, make that money, make a killing, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby. Let's see this thing keep on falling even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic.
I can fix all those lies. Oh, baby, run, but they're running to you. You won't see me cry. I'm hiding inside. My heart is in pain, but I'm smiling for you.
Ooh, baby, do you know that's right? Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone gather up. Everyone gather around the virtual campfire right here because we got ourselves a day. Yes, I need everyone grabbing their hands, right hand, left hand, strapping it to their seat right here and just be holding on for dear life. And the reason why I say that is because right now we got a big day. There's a few things I think I got to bring up right now. There's a few things that are on my mind. Number one, what's on my mind? We are only at this time 4 days away until we get ready for our large account trading. How special is that? How amazing is that? How incredible is that? We are 4 days away until we start trading our large account once again with Cobra Trading, getting ready to short every single low float top gainer that comes across our path. Whoo! You want to talk about madness? You want to talk about shirt ripping, big sweating, money profit, swimming in the gains, baby? I cannot wait until we get a little bit crazy up in here. Because you know what? We've done some small account challenges. You know what? We've done some lessons. You know what? We brought some education. But now I think it's time we let loose. I think it's going to be a time we wake up early, roll out of bed, and again, come on over and make a couple G's. I want to be wearing nothing but silk, touching these shoulders down to my kneecaps. I want to be feeling extra here. I am jacked up to see what's going to be happening, obviously, over these next few days. But today's a big day. And the reason why today is such a big day is because we are actually having the CEO of Cobra. The person who started Cobra Trading, takes over the business, running it, has been absolutely crushing it. He's coming on the live stream today, Chad. And he wants to answer your questions. Because as you guys know, as I posted in chat, as I posted across social media, as I posted for you guys, you have the opportunity to be able to use the same exact broker that I'm going to be using. I've given you guys 50% off discounts for life. I gave you guys 30 days of free commissions. I gave you guys, again, free platform. And if you can't afford Cobra, that's okay. They have Venom trading as well for you. So we are going to have today's going to be a great day. Number one, Chad, the CEO, is going to be coming on the live stream, going to be answering your questions. So what I want you guys to do right now, just a little heads on up for anyone who does not know, take a few moments right now and think to yourself, do I have a question for the CEO when he comes? Hey, Dek, I need help with this. Or, hey, can I use this? Or, hey, can I do whatever is on your mind? We can ask him. Right? He's taking time out of his very busy schedule to be able to, again, come on the stream and be able to help you guys. Because the thing is, this is what I said when I reached out. I reached out to Cobra and I said, hey, I want you guys to know I'm going back to a large account. I want you guys to be honest with me. Can I short all these low float plays? Can I get involved in betting against these companies? Can I be able to buy? Can I be able to short? Am I going to be able to get everything I need? They turned around to me and said, hey, there's a reason why we have been voted the #1 best broker for the last 6 years in a row. For the last 6 years in a row, they have been voted the best online broker. That, again, for options. That's also for day trading. That's, again, for long-term investing. That's for everything. So the thing is, traders, to be able to get a deal where you guys have, number one, 30 days free. Number two, 50% off commissions. Number four, or number three on top of that, free 30 days of platform. You guys are all set, ready to rock. Now, I'm going to have that live stream right here. Okay, little heads on up. I will post this link if you guys want to take advantage of this and sign on up. And if you guys have not signed on up, I highly suggest doing so. Why? Well, guys, just again, sign up, fill out an application, so at least you have the discounts forever. Have the discounts for life so you have them now. You can fund your account. Doesn't mean you have to fund your account right at this moment. You can fund your account in the upcoming days, in the upcoming weeks if you want to. So just make sure that you guys are all set. Remember, if you do not have the $27,000 to open up Cobra, guess what? We made the same exact deal over on Venom trading as well. Venom is going to just be for smaller account sizes. If you don't have 27,000, that's okay. You can go over to Venom trading and you'll be able to use just a smaller version of Cobra over on Venom trading. So I posted the link over there in chat so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. But again, Chad is going to be joining us at around 10 a.m. Eastern time today. So 10 a.m. Eastern time today, he will again be able to answer your questions. Dek, can I trade in pre-market and Venom trading? Go ahead and ask him. Dek, do I have the same short locates on Venom trading that I do on Cobra? Go ahead and ask him. Dek, on Cobra trading, can I short every single stock out there? Go ahead and ask him. Right? These are all things that you will have the 100% direct answer with him for him. So make sure that you guys are all set and of course ready to take on over. Now with that being stated, traders, he's coming on in about 45 minutes. Who was here yesterday? Yesterday, for anyone who was not here, we did about, an hour long lesson, probably even a little longer than an hour. Let me see right here. How long was that lesson that we did yesterday? We dove on into a full detail lesson of doing our shorting boot camp. And basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to go over absolutely everything I possibly can to make sure that you guys were learning and growing and becoming better traders on, again, these shorts here. So again, how long was that? I'll find it coming on up. But again, that was absolutely awesome doing that entire shorting boot camp. It was probably about an hour-ish long. And today I do want to finish that. But obviously we do have the CEO coming on here today. With the next 15 minutes here, traders, I want to go ahead and I want to review what's going on with today. Because I know, again, while people are excited about, again, the Cobra deal, I know people are excited about shorting. I know people are excited about the boot camp that we did yesterday. And don't worry, I will be posting that boot camp. I will be posting part 1 and part 2 of that boot camp. So if you missed it yesterday, do not worry. I will be putting it on my YouTube for you guys to watch. I'm not taking that boot camp and then charging money for it. I hate that, to be honest, guys. To be frank with you, I absolutely hate, again, I don't like it in any sort of way. I hate that you guys are here. And then again, people will be like, well, now you have to go ahead and pay for a course. Oh, you got to pay for this. You got to pay for this. The fact is, again, I don't ever try to charge anything whatsoever. And it's because the fact is, you guys are literally could do anything else in the world right now. For anyone that's watching on YouTube, for anyone that's watching on Tradecaster, for anyone that's watching anywhere in the world right here, you are, again, clicking this video, watching, being part of this community, being here on Tradecaster. You are showing me all the respect in the world. I feel like it's insulting if I'm sitting here and saying, oh, you got to pay for this now. You got to pay for this now. You got to pay for this now. If you are here, I want to help out. You have a question for me, ask it. I will give you the answer. I'm not going to go out and sell you a $20,000 trading course. You are here. Ask the question. Remember, I always try to put myself back when I first started trading. When I first started stock trading, I used to get so angry. And the reason why I would get so angry is because all I just wanted one person. I just wanted one guy to be able to come to me and say, hey, this is how you trade. But every single time I typed in how to stock trade, it'd be like, oh, this guy. Right? All right. Hey, let me learn from you. Hey, you want to learn from me? You got to pay $5,000. Okay. All right. Hey, this guy. Hey, I'll teach you for free. Okay, great. All right. Well, you get one free lesson and now you got to pay $7,000. And it's like, dang. Right? So again, when I came up with Tradecaster here and we have our community and we have our chat room, I again make it very clear. If you want to learn something, please just ask me. I'll give you as much detail as I can, or at least steer you into the video library where we have lessons on a lot of these different topics, which are part of your subscription, which are free for you. I don't want to, again, be charging up the wazoo. I feel like it's disrespectful. Let's make money stock trading, not by charging you guys. Does that sound like a fair deal, everyone? Does that sound like a fair plan, everyone? So all I ask from you guys every single day is for you to go ahead and give me, again, your 120%. Go ahead and give me, again, your 150%. Match my energy every day. Show it with enthusiasm. That's what I want here. So that you guys are all set, ready to go. All right. Guys, let's, again, make sure that you guys are all set. Let's talk about today, and let's dive right on in. All right here, guys. What do we have? We got KWM. We got BAOS, we got STSS, we got CLRB. We got a lot of stocks here today. We really do. And again, am I still on? Okay, I'm on this right here. All right, so let me bring over the screen so that we can at least see what we have at this moment. So what do we have for the best stocks at this time? Best stocks, KWM, BOS, STSS, CLRB. Let's go over them all. Let's talk about them all, and let's make sure that we're all set, ready to rock here. What I want you guys to do is head on over to Fox Runner right here. Get rid of your float. And then let's just filter out the best of the best news. What do we have here for the best of the best news here? Very simple, very straightforward. We get the answers. As I always like to say, team, again, I try my best to be humble, right? And what I mean by that is, hey, while I take a lot of credit for, oh yeah, I know these things, sometimes you just got to get the answers given to you. Can I ask an honest question? How many, does Fox Runner help every single one of you guys out? It gives me my watch list every single day. This is how I get my watch list every single day. What are the best plays? KWM, CLRB, STSS. KWM, BAOS, CLRB. Why is KWM spiking? Here's the press release right here. Why is CLRB spiking? Here's the press release right here. Why is STSS spiking? Here's the press release right here. So again, when it comes down to me, I like to look for number 1, low float stocks. Number 2, that have credible news. That number 3, bring in big volume. What again leads to top gainers? Stocks that have low floats with news. Those are the ones that have the best top gainers. Those are the ones that go on the best rips and the best runs. So what do we have at this moment? We have the number 1 top gainer in the market, KWM. KWM at this moment did come on out with a press release that said there was a purchase agreement. Agreement is one of your key words that is highlighted for you. So again, whenever you have a 3-star word, such as the word agreement, it is going to be highlighted for you right here. And once you have that keyword agreement, guess what? It's going to probably go on some sort of spike and rip and run. KWM has absolutely taken on off. There's a lot of credibility. There's a lot of ripping and running. And right now, KWM is setting itself up based off this what? You know, it is set on up right here based off this bull flag pattern. Based off this bull flag setup, based off this hype and this momentum right here. KWM, as you guys can see, beautiful squeeze, getting tighter and tighter and tighter, looking for that rip and run, looking for that pop, looking for that climb. All right. So I want to make sure I want to make sure, again, with KWM here, you guys see that you are in a very nice bull flag setup. You guys can realize that you guys are in a stock that has a spike, has a little bit of a downtrend, and also has a little bit of higher lows. All it comes down to at this moment, all this play comes on down to at this time is which way is going to break out first. Are we going to break out towards the upside, or are we going to crack on the downside? So again, KWM at this moment, notice how it's building higher lows and lower highs. Let's just go over towards, like, again, what I always say is go over to Google sometimes if you just need a little bit of a better clarity and better answer. You know, what we have here, traders, is a lot of times just type in bull flag. And a bull flag pattern is essentially, I'm going to move myself out of the way here, is going to be when you have a spike, you have, again, a little bit of this consolidation, and you get this next leg on up. Sometimes it's like the spike, a little bit of this consolidation, next leg on up. You can see a spike, gets this consolidation, next leg on up. So what I'd be looking for, if I was interested on KWM, would be here's the spike, you have this consolidation that's trying to build, and you're going to be looking for that next leg on up. KWM, copy what I have right now. You can go ahead and have a downtrend, probably right around 520 resistance. You can go ahead and place an uptrend right around 450 support. You can go ahead and, let's say, put our indicators on here. Let's go with the VWAP indicator. VWAP indicator is right around 478. And now you can start developing some sort of game plan. Well, guys, let's go back into like a 2-minute time frame. Let's go into a little bit, even a closer time frame to try to figure this out a little bit better. Let's go ahead and just do everything that we just had. And now, again, we can start figuring out what's the right way to trade. Because remember, team, obviously, half the people in here are going to look for a dip buy. The other half of people are in here are going to look for a short. The other people that, again, aren't included in the half for some reason of my math is that they are going to be looking for maybe a breakout. So it's just partial people are looking for breakouts. Partial people are looking for shorts. Partial people are looking for dip buys. Partial people aren't even going to be touching this play. But I want to go over every single thing I can on KWM to make sure you understand it. Deck, where would you buy? Where would I buy? Where, again, place the odds in your favor. Dip buy, dip buy, dip buy. You also have the VWAP and dip buy area right next to this bottom. Where would I short or take profits? Short, take profits, short, take profits, short, take profits, short, take profits. Where would you not get in? I would not get in anywhere in the middle here. Anywhere in the middle, it could go up, it could go down. We really don't know. So the thing is, traders, I know, and I will tell you, the majority of the time that I lose, it happens from what? The majority of the time that I lose, it happens because of what do? I buy looking for the breakout. I buy at the red line, and I end up getting dumped on. How many people have done that before? How many people, again, always get a little too excited? They buy for the breakout, and then it ends up crashing all the way back on down. So I'm not saying, again, KWN can't spike today. It definitely can. But just be aware that that red line is going to be very strong resistance. Just be aware that this purple line is going to be very strong support. Now, what do we usually see, though, at the start of the day? At the start of the day, things might not be as predictable. Now, what do I mean by that? Is that you could possibly see a spike and then a dump, and then again a spike and then a dump, and then a spot. Like, you might get a little bit outlandish right at the start of the day. So please just note that, again, KWM right here, this is going to be a play that definitely kind of gets a little bit crazy. This is a play that is probably going to get a little bit of a spike, dump, spike. It's going to be very active at the bell. Figure out a game plan. Trust your game plan. If you don't want to trade within the first 5 minutes of the day, you don't have to. But when it comes on down to what's going on with KWM, number one, it does have credibility. Number two, it is a low float stock. Number three, it does have a bull flag pattern. Number four, it's going to be the stock that the majority of traders are going to be looking at. All right. So make sure that you guys are all ready to rock. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. And then, of course, we'll be ready to pop on off and get ourselves excited here. All right. So let's see what else we have at this moment. Let's see what else, again, we have coming on up. We have KWM, still big dog. Is there anything else that's kind of like right next to the high? We know KWM is the top play. BAOS, guys, actually does not have any sort of news here. What would be my biggest fear on BAOS? And I actually saw this here earlier. If you guys go over to the news alerts, scroll on down here, and there is a good picture here over on BAOS that kind of gets you a little bit nervous right here. It says BAOS this morning at the time of 6:30 a.m. This was your number one top gainer this morning. BOS is currently up 110% this morning with no news or filing. There is no credible reason as to why buying volume is moving into this play. What this stock does have, though, is an extremely low float. So let's remember here something, guys. We have a very low float stock with no news. Where's the credibility? At any moment, BAOS could turn and crash back on down. Can you guys see right here what's the big fear? The big fear when you guys take a look over on BAOS is the fact that this play has a big upper shadow, gives it all back. Big upper shadow, gives it all back. Big upper shadow, gives it all back. So I do want to make sure that you guys completely understand that we have big upper shadow, gives it all back. Big upper shadow, gives it all back. Big upper shadow, gives it all back. So BAOS, high watch and high alert here, traders, that this is most likely going to be a play that even if it does spike today, what are the odds that it's going to spike and then give it all back? Probably like 80%. There's a great chance that this play, if it does rip, if it does run, if it does take on off, there's a great chance that this play is most likely going to come crashing all the way right back on down. Okay? So BAOS, make sure again you guys are aware that that is a play that's the number 2 top gainer, but it doesn't look like a very healthy play. It looks like a play that's going to trap a lot of traders and then it's going to come crashing all the way back on down. KWM is by far the top play to watch. BAOS, I would watch for a short as the stock spikes up to like $6. Runs up to $6, watch for a short back on down, most likely going to upper shadow and then fade and fall. STSS, that play team, STSS did have credible news this morning as well. Let's go find it right here. STSS, right here. STSS, it says Sharp Technology begins shipments across 3 customer orders. So again, there was purchase agreements. Obviously, when there's a purchase agreement, the company is getting, more money. And I know I'm talking fast right now. It's just because there's only 3 minutes until the market opens on up. So again, stick with me, guys. So again, STSS, there is credibility. STSS, it does have a good press release behind it. STSS is only 1 million in flow. And STSS right here is trying to run and rip up towards around that $8 mark. So again, this play has gone from $3 up to $8. Guys, that's a $5 rip. If you had a $3,000 account today, you could have been able to make $5,000. You could have been able to almost double your account here today. That's pretty insane. So again, STSS, if you had a $3,000 account, invested into it, ran on up, you would have made over $5,000. Now, STSS is a pretty active play, but what can you guys realize? Again, always had the VWAP. If someone asked me, Dek, what is the number 1 indicator to have on a minute chart? A 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute chart? The VWAP is the most important. The VWAP is the most popular, so there is the most force behind it. There's the most influence behind it. If the VWAP is the most popular indicator, you are going to have the most reversals at that. That's going to be dip, buy, and bounce plays, and that's also going to be spikes and reverses back on down. Make sure that you guys are aware of that, okay? So going into today, main things that I want you guys to focus on. Number 1, KWM, watch the bull flag setup. Trying to hold the VWAP, has room to fall down to 450. I really do expect that play though, spiking and dumping a little bit above and below its support and resistance. It might be a little tricky for the first 5 to 10 minutes because I expect there to be a lot of volume. BAOS, this is a play that if it spikes, I think it's going to be an easy short right back on down. There is no news and no credibility. STSS, this play needs to get back above the VWAP. And then I don't think there's anything that's like too insane other than that right here. KWM, STSS, CLRB. What does CLRB have? US FDA breakthrough. So CLRB, let's just check out that play real quick. That is a 45 million in float stock. It's also only 43 cents. Not really my type of favorite play, right? Only again, 43 cents right here. All right, so guys, let's switch out the scanners right here. Now, also, again, what I see a lot, and again, I have no issue with this in any sort of way, but I do want to kind of address this. I see a lot of people asking the question now that are saying, Dek, and I'm just going to be frank with you. People are saying, Dek, what's better? Is it better for me to use a prop firm, or is it better for me to use a broker? Guys, what's the answer? Is it better to use a prop firm nowadays, or is it better to use a broker nowadays? What do you guys like? Now, the thing is, there is no correct answer. There is no correct answer in any sort of way. You know why? Because it does come down to preference. What I said, it is like skiing or snowboarding. Some people are going to argue all day, skiing is way better. Some people are going to argue all day, snowboarding is way better. Where can you get your opinion? Well, again, you try both. You try both right here, guys. You can go ahead and sign on up again if that's for TTP or if that's, again, one-stop prop. Or, again, you say, hey, I want to go ahead and trade, and you go ahead and you start trading over on Cobra trading, right? I cannot give you the answer on if you guys like prop firm trading more or if you guys, again, like a trading with a broker more. What are the pros and cons? Let's think about it real quick. What are the pros and cons of both? Well, what are the pros, of course, with, of course, using a prop firm? A prop firm is great because of why? Because when you guys are using a prop firm, guess what you guys can do? You guys can go ahead and you guys don't have to risk any of your own money as long as you pass the test. Now, again, what's the con here? The con is I know multiple people who have yet to ever pass the test. I know multiple people that, again, paid $400 for a test and they lost. And they paid $400 for a test and they lost. They paid $400 for a test and they lost. But then I also know people who paid for a test, they won, they got funded $50,000 or whatever it may be, and now they trade. And then guess what? They're winning and they get paid, and they're winning and they get paid, and they're winning and they get paid. So is there a pro? 100%. Once you pass the test, you're not risking your own money. It's only profit. What's the con? The con is, can you pass the test, right? Can you, again, get through it? Those are, again, the pros and cons. As you guys know all the time, I'm always supporting One Stop Prop. They are, again, always been very kind and supportive to me. So, again, if you guys are interested, they still have, again, the BOGO sale for anyone who's interested in One Stop Prop. One Stop Prop, though, I will say, does not have small caps. They do have futures, Forex, and blue chips, and crypto. So, if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys go check them on out. Now, what about a broker, guys? What's going on with a broker? A broker, as you guys know, you keep all the money you make. But at the same time, guess what? You have to be putting the money in. So the thing is, traders, what's better? Hey, well, again, on a prop firm, I pay for a test, I fail the test. You got to pay for another test. You fail the test. You got to pay for another test. You fail the test. You pay for another test. You win, you're good. Awesome. A broker, you win money, you keep that money. You win money, you keep that money. You win money, you keep that money. So again, they both have pros. They both have cons. There's risk with, of course, using your own money. You could potentially lose it. There's risk using a prop firm. You might not get to the money. There's pros with a prop firm. You don't have to take those crazy risks with your own real money. There's pros with a broker. Anything you make, you get to keep it all. So traders, if you are, again, sitting here and trying to argue in chat, oh, this prop firm, oh, this broker, this prop firm, this broker. Team, it's like arguing what's better, skiing or snowboarding. You're going to have your skiers, you're going to have your snowboarders. They're all going to bounce back and forth saying, no, this is better, this is better. Best thing you can do, try out both. Best thing you can do is get after it. Best thing you can do is say, hey, you know what? Let me try things on out. Let me see which one I like, right? That's all it is. So at the end of the day, try out, check it on out, see what you guys can do, and go from there. So I just kind of wanted to clear the air a little bit, right? I just wanted to go ahead and clear the air. Because I know, again, I feel like there was a little tension of people saying, oh, I'm signing up for Cobra. I'm not signing up for Cobra. Oh, I'm doing One Stop. Oh, I'm not doing this. Whatever it is. Hey, try it all. Try it out at all. I have no issues and no problems if people want to try out everything. Try out everything. That's part of stock trading and experimenting and getting after it. But what do we have here, traders, at the start of the day here? KWM trying to get a little momentum. KWM. But hey, you know what's actually fun? Let's actually do this real quick. And let's just, to end this kind of conversation, let's go with what is better. Let's take a chat poll right here. What is better? Prop firm trading or broker trading? Let's see. Let's see what it is. Let's see what the chat over on Tradecaster, and I'll set up the same exact thing over on YouTube. So let's go with prop trading up top, or again, having a broker. Remember, there's pros and cons of each. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Everyone ready to cast your vote? Everyone right now, go. Cast your vote. Let's see what we have. So everyone go vote. I'm going to set up the same exact thing over on YouTube. And let's see. We're going to go with prop, and we are going to go with broker. So everyone, go ahead. Cast your vote over on YouTube. You guys also have that option as well. Right now, it is 77% saying that trading with a broker is better. Now it's 27%, 75%, 75% of the chat room. How many people are watching the stream right now? Right now, there are 1,400 people over in chat. 1,400 people over in chat at this time. So again, that just kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown of the numbers. And right now, guys, we got 71%. We got, again, prop firm 32%, 68%. Let's see, again, votes are coming on through. We're trying to figure out, what do we like more? Do we like broker more, or do we like prop firm more? Let's see what we have, guys. 70%, 30%, 67, 33. Everyone cast your vote. I'm going to stop these polls. I'm closing my eyes in 5, 4. Cast your vote in 3, 2. I'm turning off both Tradecaster and YouTube in 1. Stop the poll over here. And again, let's stop the poll over here. Okay. So guys, what did we just have? We just had right here, what is better? We had 66% of the chat room saying that broker trading is better. We had 34% of the chat room saying that prop firm is better. Over on YouTube, we had 78% of the chat room saying that, again, broker is better. 21% of the chat room saying that, again, a prop firm is better. So the majority of traders, 70% on average, is saying I'd rather use a broker. Okay. Hey, awesome. Awesome. And as I said, all preference, guys. All preference. Cobra trading over and again. YouTube saying I'm excited to join in everyone in 10 minutes. Chad Hessing, let's go. So again, 10 minutes. We will have again Chad over on the live stream getting ready to rock and roll. That's going to be an absolutely awesome time. That's going to be absolutely amazing. We are so fired on up. Traders, let's see what else we have here at this moment. We got KWM still inside his bull flag pattern. So KWM still inside its bull flag pattern at this moment. Let's make sure, of course, every single person is ready to rock and roll. Smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't. Now, also for everyone, just another little heads on up. We are doing what? We start our large account over on Monday. So Monday is the first day of big trading. Just a little heads up for every single person. Monday is the first day of big trading. Monday is the first day that we are going to be getting after it. Monday is the day that you do not want to miss. KWM still trying to get a little bit of hype. Watching to see if that can squeeze. What is the S&P 500 doing right now? Guys, S&P 500, what is the line that we have to break? It's very simple. Get above 600 over on the S&P 500. 600 has just been such a strong psychological level. If we can break through 600, that's where the buying volume is going to come on through. If we can break through 600, that's where the action is going to come through. If we can break through the 600 level, that's where, again, we have the opportunity to run back up towards around 613. So again, break through 600, we have room to run up towards around that 613. Break through 600, that's where, again, buying volume and momentum is going to start coming right back on in. So S&P 500, you got to watch that 600 level. 600 is going to be massive for us. BAOS starting to fade on off. Traders, remember, what did we talk about BAOS? You got to look at the stocks genes. Said it a million times before. If your great-grandparents have red hair, and your grandparents have red hair, and your parents have red hair, and now again they give birth to you, you probably have red hair. And the reason why that happens, because it's in the stock's DNA, right? BAOS is like one of those perfect plays that I would short 10 out of 10 times. It's known to spike and give back all of its gains. It's known to spike and give back all of its gains. It's known to spike and give back all of its gains. It's known to spike and give back all of its gains. And guess what's happening? It's again spiking and now starting to give back all of its gains. Guys, didn't yesterday we went over a certain pattern? Let's do a little pop quiz right here. Who remembers what pattern did we go over yesterday for shorting? It was a very popular shorting pattern. Does anyone remember what it was? And it's actually, again, BAOS kind of setting itself up here. I would say it's a little funky, but I would say this would be a head and shoulders pattern. We definitely have this left shoulder. We definitely have this right shoulder. And then we have, again, a sell-off. So if you had to compare, stare at BAOS right here, and then we take a look over on these areas, what do you guys see? Head and shoulders pattern, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? Right here, we definitely have a little bit of that head and shoulders pattern. Wouldn't you guys agree right here? We definitely have that head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder, sell-off, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, sell-off. You know, we have it right here, shoulder, head, shoulder, sell-off. I'm definitely seeing that over on BAOS, shoulder, head, shoulder, sell-off. So again, being able to recognize patterns is a very important part. You know, a lot of people always are asking, how do you get the edge in stock trading? How do you get the advantage in stock trading? Well, again, it comes down to studying, knowing, again, what to look for. Do you know chart patterns? Do you know indicators? Do you know how volume is going to work? Do you know these low float plays? Do you understand, again, momentum? Do you understand psychology? Do you understand, again, these plays? Remember, team, when you sit down every single day in your chair, you need to ask yourself a very important question, right? And what is that important question? Every single morning I sit down in my chair and I don't say, what does Sean Dekmar want to trade today? What do I want to short today? What do I want to buy today? That's the wrong question right away. What you need to ask yourself is, what stock is everyone else going to buy today? What stock is everyone else going to short today? What stock is everyone going to move into and then again, dump it on off? Because the thing is, traders, I'm one fish in a giant ocean. That's all I am. I'm one little fish. I'm one little snapper, all in this big ass ocean. And the thing is, I can't change anything. But what if, again, every single fish works together? You ever see Finding Nemo, right? You ever seen that movie where, again, they bring the whole entire net down because they work together? The stock market is essentially just like that. When every single person buys, you buy, Angela buys, Vinny buys, Mark buys, Tommy buys, a stock goes up. And then again, if all of a sudden Angela sells, and again, Timmy sells, and Vinny sells, and everyone sells at the same time, the stock goes on down. That's how, again, stock trading works. Buys, goes on up, everyone sells, it goes on down. You need to, again, get outside of your box. Not, okay, what is the best stock of today? What is the most appealing to everyone else? What is appealing to every other trader? What is appealing to every other person here? So again, that's how I like to think about my trades every single day, is I, again, say, what is everyone else like? And I can see right here, BAOS, everyone probably sees that this stock is known to spike and give it all back. Known to spike and give it all back. Known to spike and give it all back. Okay, BAOS probably isn't my favorite, right? We could take a look over on, KWM, where again, people are probably saying, oh, KWM, that is my favorite. But there's definitely some concern right now. KWM, if it starts cracking that uptrend, if it starts cracking that, higher low setup, things might get a little bit scary. Things might get a little weaker here. People, again, want one thing to happen over on KWM. And what is that right now? Get back above the VWAP. Show us that we have some sort of bullishness. Show us that we have buying volume here. Show us that, again, there is some sort of action, activity, and trading going on here. Right? So we want to see, can we get KWM to be able to spike its way back on up? Can we get KWM to start ripping and running and spiking and climbing? Can we get a little bit of action? So that's going to be a big one that we are. CLRB, guys, this is a much smaller play over on CLRB. 40 cents up towards around 55 cents. LOOP right here. Stock's still trying to squeeze on up. LOOP. STSS. And really, again, the big thing of today is the S&P 500. Big thing of today, can we break 600 for the first time, right? If we can break 600 for the first time, that's where that buying volume is really going to start getting big. What do we have over on CNBC today? Anything too big? Private sector hiring rose by 37,000 in May, the lowest in more than 2 years. So hiring rose by just 37,000. So again, that's what we're seeing at this time. Trump says too late. Powell must lower interest rates after weak ADP jobs report. Stocks rise, but gains cap thanks to weak jobs data. Trump says extremely hard to make deal with China. So right now, traders, what do we have at this moment? It's almost like the same exact thing that we've been seeing, right? What would make this market explode? It's a very simple formula, right? It's very easy. It's not like there's anything that's too crazy or too wild about this, traders. If you want to say, what would make the stock market explode right here and right now, it's this answer. If Jerome Powell ever starts cutting rates, we will see the market explode. Because guess what happens when we start cutting rates? Well, let's go back to 2020. In 2020, we cut rates. We dropped them all the way on down. Said, hey, no more interest rates. What did everyone do? Everyone said, hey, guess what? I'm going to refinance a house. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy multiple houses. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go get a car loan right now. Oh, anything that's super expensive that I got to take out a mortgage for, a loan for, anything along those lines, I want to be able to have low interest rates on. I'm going to buy here and buy here and buy here and buy here. If you take a look at the S&P 500, switch on over to, let's say, a monthly chart, you can see in 2020, what did we see? We saw a big drop and then the market exploded. This is when housing went absolutely crazy. This is when used cars were getting, you could trade in a used car and you were getting paid double of what you even paid for it years ago. It was nuts. That's how the market works right now. The market is, hey, guess what? Higher interest rates, people slow down. Now, the thing is, you know what's even pretty crazy to see? The S&P 500 is only at this time $16 away from its record highs. And we've been holding interest rates now for the last 2 years. We've had inflation all the way at 9.1%. We raised interest rates. We've been holding interest rates. But again, 2 years have gone by and we're essentially saying, when are we cutting interest rates? Because the market did get that very big dip. That market did get that very big drop. We fell all the way on Monday, April 7th, back on down towards 481, where now we're saying to ourselves, okay, we were going to save interest rate cuts for if we fell into a recession. That's how the Federal Reserve always thinks about it. If we fall into a recession, how can we get out of a recession? Cut interest rates, it stimulates the economy. Everyone, again, buys right back on up. But at this moment, we're almost up towards 600, and we still haven't cut interest rates. Will Jerome Powell cut interest rates at this time to say, all right, let's now extend and go crazy and we can all party? Or is he going to keep interest rates in the back pocket and say, maybe we won't make a deal with China. Maybe there'll be a trade war. Maybe something bad could happen in the future. You know what? We're not going to cut interest rates until the time we need it. That's kind of like our little secret card right here, right? Where we're saying to ourselves, hey, if things go bad, we can always cut interest rates. The market will spike right back on up. But now again, we're back on up. We've been holding interest rates. There's not really too much concern. Should I, again, cut interest rates and make the market go all the way up to 700? Or should we just sit tight in case something bad does happen? That's basically the mindset you got to have at this moment in the stock market. So we will keep our eyes peeled over on that. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time right here. So I want to, again, get ourselves ready to rock and roll and make sure that we are all set and ready to go. I'm going to bring Chad on here. So again, I'm going to jump off the stream here just for a second, get everything all set on up, and then let's have a nice live stream with the CEO of Cobra. Let's make sure, again, we're asking questions. So again, if you guys have any questions, you guys can type them out in chat right now, and I will make sure I ask him, address him. But this is going to be, again, time for you. And I want to make sure that you guys understand that. This is going to be time for you to ask questions, you to be able to say, hey, I was uncertain about this. Can you clear this on up? Because as you guys know, this is who I am using for my large account. This is who I'm going to be using to be able to trade and hopefully be able to make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. So we want to be able to ask every question we can. Make sure you guys are all set, especially for every single person that's taking advantage of the deals and discounts, to make sure that you guys are ready to rock. So everyone, give me about 2 minutes right here. I'm going to throw in a little bit of tunes. I'm going to set it all on up, and we'll be back in just a moment, getting ready for an interview with the CEO of Cobra Trading. I'll see you guys back here in 1 second.
Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing.
I miss you, I miss you, I miss you more. Every minute and every hour, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you more. Every stumble and each misfire, I miss you, I miss you.
I'll be missing you.
Looking at you, cause I've been looking at you.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking
She used to meet me on the side, the city with a sun knows it. And every day you know that we ride through the back streets of a Cobra. Maybe you know I just wanna leave tonight. We can go anywhere we want, drop down to the coast, jump in the sea. Just take my hand and come with me, yeah.
Come on, baby, we ain't gonna live forever. Let me show you all the things that we could do. You know you wanna be together, and I wanna spend the night with you. Yeah.
All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bring on over at this time the man, the myth, the legend right here. And I just want to say again, we are very, very grateful, very, very blessed to be able to have this time with you, because obviously you are so busy and everything that you've been doing. But I want to be able to welcome over to the live stream at this moment the CEO of Cobra Trading, Chad Hessing. How you doing today, buddy? You are live over on the YouTube stream, over on Tradecaster. Great to have you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be part of your group, and yeah, hopefully I can answer some questions, clarify any points that your listeners have. And yeah, again, just happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, again, first thing we want to say is, for myself going back over towards a large account, it was definitely very important to be able to find a broker such as you guys that was going to be able to basically fit my needs. And my needs, it's very high with shorting. It's very high with trading these volatile plays. It's very important to me that every single person can be able to get involved in these quick spikes. Now, we know that's something that you guys can supply, but is that only can you guys supply? You guys, do you offer retirement? Do you guys offer options? Do you guys do shares? Can you just kind of give a little bit more of a breakdown of Cobra with everything?
Yeah, no, of course. First off, Cobra Trading's been around. This is our 21st year of operation. I founded Cobra in 2003, so we definitely, I think we have this down. We have, of course, equities, options. We're soon to have futures, but primarily equities, options. Of course, shorting is our niche. But for all, of course, you can go long. Of course, our commissions. Commission rebates apply and our discount applies. While shorting is our niche, of course, people long and short and do everything in between. So
would you guys say that you guys, specifically focus on shorting? Like, is that, basically like one of your niches? Is there any play that we cannot short, or any reason on why we wouldn't be able to short?
We have right now, we're adding a new locate source today that puts us up to a total of 20 locate sources. By sources, it is all the individual people that maintain an inventory of stock. So we're tapping into 20 different sources for our traders to, number one, get you the inventory, to get you the shares, and number two, offer price comparison, price competitiveness. So often, what firms do is they have a couple sources. They may have the inventory, but there's no price competition that's going to drive, that price lower. No doubt these 20 sources know where the market's at, and they're going to one up the other just to get the flow. And your users, our traders, all benefit from that, in that they get lower prices.
Nice. So basically, and again, I want to be able to check out, everything with Cobra. Is it, we locate a share, and then do we get 20 sources to choose from, or is it always just going to be the locates are always going to be the most affordable at that time?
There is through DAS, I know for DAS, and it's the most popular platform. What they have is they have a locate all or locate lowest. So despite there being a laundry list of 20 different, sources and their prices, it will automatically take the lowest one for you, so that you don't have to search through and pick the lowest one. It'll do that for you.
Okay, so let's say someone signs up today. How long would it take for them to be able to start trading? Let's say, as quickly as possible. Application, funding an account, getting approval. How long is this process that it usually takes?
I mean, I think we're extremely fast. There's a lot of, some manual processes to it on our end, but we can get the account open typically same day. The next day, you're going to be able to fund, and the following day you're trading. So you're probably looking at a 3-day, possibly 2. We can probably get it open and get that information back to you. And it really just depends how quickly you can fund that account to get going. So it's a pretty easy process. The brokers would be in contact with the trader through all steps, and it's pretty short and pretty painless.
Okay, so I have obviously a lot of questions over in chat that I just want to be able to ask you, and I'm just gonna kind of throw them at you as you answer. We'll keep going down the list. Sound good?
Yeah, hey, I'm here. I got you. As long as you'll have me, I'll sit here and gladly answer questions.
All right. So number one, can you tell us more about Venom? How does that differ from Cobra?
Yes, quite a bit of difference. The first and primary key similarity is its Cobra Trading customer service, support, and whatnot. The difference is the clearing firm. While Cobra clears through a firm called Wedbush Securities and Curvature Securities, we also the Venom piece is clearing through Interactive Brokers. So those of you that are familiar with Interactive Brokers, you're going to be familiar with the trading platform there because it is the trader workstation platform. The difference there is that you can come into our chat, get Cobra trading support, skip the queue, skip any, essentially you get Cobra service with an IB account. A lot of people ask, what if I already have an Interactive Brokers account? We can link that. It's a 5-minute step. We link an IB account to Cobra, and then, we take over. The only thing that changes is in the upper corner, instead of saying IB, it says Venom. We do have lower pricing than IB, so despite it being IB, there is a benefit to come to Venom because with this offer, we do have a slightly different offer for the Venom people. It's a flat 25% off our commissions for both options and equities. That's different than the offer that we have with Cobra, where it's 50% off commissions for life. So it's a little bit different, just due to our cost structure. We couldn't do a whole 50% off of IB's rates, but it's still a great deal, great place to start. And what a lot of people do is they, I hate to use the term, the trader workstation platform in IB is so powerful, but a lot of people graduate to Cobra. They get above 27, they'll open a Cobra account. That does offer more locate sources. IB is wonderful. It's nothing like a big box broker in terms of shorting. I just think that Cobra might have slightly more locates, but it's still a great platform. And the platform's free at Venom. So that's a big plus. You're never going to pay for the software over there.
Gotcha. So you would say that most people that have under 27,000 start with Venom. As they move up, then they switch over to Cobra. What would be the big difference between Venom and Cobra? Is there, when someone wants to graduate to Cobra, what are they going to definitely be getting more as they come over to Cobra?
I think the immediacy of the service, I think, despite us having access to the account and being able to assist with Venom, with Cobra, that is our bread and butter. That's what, thousands of traders use. So our brokers are keyed in on that. I think, commissions are going to be a little cheaper. Locates maybe a little better, but that doesn't take anything away from Venom being amazingly powerful, because you can do equities, options, Forex, and futures over at Venom, which is an added plus. But yeah, I think our bread and butter is Cobra. It's been Cobra from day one. And, I think people would, that want a little more hand holding, Cobra is the place to be.
Awesome. What would happen if this is for Venom or Cobra? Let's say you have a Cobra account. You deposit $27,000. You lose on, let's say, your first 1 or 2 trades, drop on down to $25,000. Or, for instance, you're on Venom. You deposit, $5,000. You lose 1 or 2 trades, go down to $3,000. Is the $27,000 just for a starting, or is it going to be what if you fall underneath? Do you get kicked out, or what kind of happens then?
Yeah, it's a great question because a lot of people don't know that answer. Let's start with Cobra first. If Cobra, you start with 27, that is a $2,000, fudge factor in there. So if you go below 25, you're no longer a pattern day trader account. It's a silly SEC rule that's been around for 2 decades. But what that does, that says if you flip $1 below 25,000, you're going to be prohibited from day trading. So it's a big reason to have that fudge factor in there, that 27 or even 30 or wherever that might be, because yes, if you go below 25, day trading is stopped until you come back. Either you bring in money or that position comes back above 25. So yeah, we're not forced to deposit money. Your day trading ability just stops. On the Venom side, the 5,000 minimum, that could go all the way down to below 2,000. At that point, you're just going to lose the ability to use margin, but you're still not going to be able to day trade on Venom, as in more than 3 round trips in a 5-day period on either platform. But Venom is going to keep working because it's going to be a cash or a margin account, but you're still not going to be able to pattern day trade above 25.
Gotcha. So basically, again, that 27,000 give you a little buffer in case you ended up losing. We obviously want to stay above the PDT rule, but if we ever fell underneath it, it's just we lose the pattern day trading rule. We'd have to, again, do 1 trade per week or whatever it is to get back above 25,000. Venom, we just want to be able to have a little bit of wiggle room, essentially, is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's, it's been a rule. I've been in the industry since day one. Honestly, I was one of the first ever day trading platforms. Not Cobra, but I was at a firm. But yeah, I was there before the pattern day trader rule, and it was wonderful. People could day trade with, any amount of money. And then the SEC came in and said, hey, for some reason, $25,000 is this mythical number that you can afford to day trade and lose money. So I'll never quite understand. But
what year was that? What year did they add the PDT rule?
Ooh, probably 2000, probably. So it's been around 20 years, but yeah, I would say right about 2000, probably 2001, maybe.
Do you think they'll ever get rid of it?
No, I think, they should, right?
That's the number one thing. People always argue. They're like, it's my money. I have whatever, $10,000. Why can I not trade it as much as I want? That's like the number one thing I hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are and someone I'm sure in the group is saying that I am with a broker that lets me day trade under 25. If that's the case, no doubt it's a foreign broker, that doesn't have, SIPC insurance, that's not regulated, so, each to his own. And if you want, I'm more than happy to chime in on my thought on prop and broker too. But the key there is, yeah, if, and you said it on the show yesterday, anyone that, you said everyone has, the pattern day trader rule. That is true. It does afford you all the protections of a regulated broker. But if you're at a prop firm or even a foreign broker, the risk is all yours. So.
Yeah. So let's just kind of hear your thoughts. Obviously, being, the CEO of this very big broker firm, what are your thoughts on prop firms that have, popped on up over the last, few years?
Yeah, there's prop firms, there's funded trader programs. So breaking it down into the simplest form I can think of is that a prop firm is just a group of people pooling money together to afford more margin and allow people to trade essentially the firm's money, but it's just a pooling of all the individual users. So if Steve opens an account, Joe opens an account, they all pool the funds together, and that's how they're afforded, larger, buying power or something like that. But the danger in that, and it has happened, I haven't seen it happen in recent years, but the danger is, one, if they don't have proper risk controls, or if it's a newer prop firm, the danger is that one trader takes down everyone else. As you know, if you open an account in your name, it's your account only, you surely lose your own money. But the danger in a prop firm is that you have hundreds of people pooling their money together. So if one guy only deposited 10 grand, would totally blew up on an overnight position and lost $2 million. Well, that's other people's money they lost. So this prop firm often, I shouldn't say often, it has happened. And there are a few names out there that, one person could take down the whole prop firm. And that's not, it's not guaranteed money. That's not insured money. That's, it's just, it could all be gone. That's the rare extreme circumstance. But I think the bigger part on the prop argument is that they're gonna nick you for every fee they can, because you don't have a choice. If you join that prop firm, you typically have to use their platform. You typically have to follow their rules, their withdrawal requirements, your deposit requirements. And the key is, you mentioned it earlier, you don't keep all your money. Some people, you may get an 80% payout, you may get a 90% payout, but either way, trading is so hard. Often that 10% is the difference between making it or not. So if every time you make money, you have to give away 10 cents of it, it's not, I don't think it's the ideal model. I understand a lot of people don't have 27,000, but if you do, I would fully recommend putting everything in your own, in your own basket and managing it yourself.
Mm. What time are you allowed to start trading in pre-market or until after hours, using Cobra or Venom? Are you 4 a.m., 7 a.m.? Got to wait until the start of the day? Is there a certain time that we can begin trading?
Yeah, we cover the entire, pre and post market hours. So, do 4 a.m. To 8 p.m. So it's the entire market hours, both with Cobra and Venom. We're quickly looking at, 24-hour trading, or 24/5. We're not there yet. We haven't had the huge demand. There's only a few firms that, think it's worth it, and a lot of overseas stuff. But for all intents and purposes, you can trade all the current, the existing market right now.
Gotcha. Oh, that's great news because, yeah, I love trading in pre-market, going off the hot press releases and seeing those spike on up. So I'm excited to be able to short right in pre-market. Are there any, I know, just a little side note, for everyone that's listening, I know we were, again, working on getting someone to be able to come on up and, do a walkthrough because a lot of people are, kind of asking, how, where's the button to be able to locate? What's the best way, things like that. So will we be able to get that set up at least sometime in the near future? Because I know you guys just came out with a product platform.
Yeah, we had a product launch this morning that didn't went 100% smoothly, probably pretty expected. But that being said, we have I always have that availability. I think one of our senior brokers could get on, do a product walkthrough, go through, probably DAS being the most popular platform. But yeah, we're always willing. We'll come on the show as often as you'll have us.
Awesome. Someone said, I already have a Cobra account open at this time. Is there any way to be able to get the Tradecaster special? Would that be possible, or is it they're already locked in at this moment?
Typically locked in, but have them reach out to our live chat on the website. We can talk to them in specific. But yeah, if they can show that they are a Dekmar Trades member, I have no problem offering that. So just have them reach out to our live chat on the website. If they're a client already, they know how to reach us, and we can work with them.
Cool. Is there any countries outside the United States that you guys do work with, or because we have a very broad of international traders as well, or is it only United States at this time?
No, almost all countries. As long as they're not a prohibited country, as in Middle East or something like that, and that doesn't even pertain. Really, the only two countries we have problems with. Canada, for sure. Canada is its own island with its own rules, and you have to be located there and all that fun stuff. Australia poses a problem often, but the only two I can think of that are just a definite no, Australia and Canada.
So those are the only two. It's actually funny because I had one person email me last night from Canada and one person email me last night from Australia saying like, "Oh, I can't get it to work."
So Australia, there's possibly a loophole. So Australia person, you reach out to us. We'll see if we can help you. Canada again, we've looked into it. It is insane. We have to have staff in Canada. We have to have an office in Canada, and it's like, man, that's not quite ready for that yet.
Cool. So everyone over from Europe, they're all good to go then, though?
Absolutely. Easy.
Awesome. Let me see right here. Do you guys have two things? Number one, do you guys have a mobile broker or like a mobile app for, for people that can't be in front of their computer all the time? We'll just start there.
Absolutely. Both Cobra and Venom. I think the best mobile platform right now is, again, the DAS mobile. That's included with the normal DAS subscription. So that's a good one. The IB or the Venom mobile is exceptional. It'll do everything the main system will do. So yeah, so both fronts we have that covered.
Awesome. Let me think. See right here. What would you say? And I mean, I don't know. This is just a question, so of course I'm going to ask it. Is there a way that there's ways to save money from fees that maybe that other people wouldn't know, if that's maybe trading a certain amount or if that's maybe not trading or trading during this time, like for just any way that fees don't add up constantly? Is there anything that you could suggest to a new trader?
Oh, absolutely. I think first off, we have there's a software platform. It's $125 a month, but if you trade 200,000 shares a month, we credit that back. That's kind of our break even point. So anytime you trade over 200,000 shares on the Venom on the Cobra side, it's free. So the software just doesn't get charged. That's an easy one. But in terms of trading costs, I have the biggest tip probably that you probably want to follow. Our rebate routes, we have multiple routes, and they're all listed on the website. But we have routes. One's called Reb 25.
Can you just explain what you mean by rebate for everyone?
Yeah. Sure. We'll start out. A rebate is when you add liquidity on a stock. So if I buy it at $10 and I want to offer it out at $10.15, anytime you're posting to the offer or showing your quote, it's the best way to say that. If your quote appears, you're adding liquidity, and that affords you a rebate. These routes want your flow. They want to be able to essentially work the order, although it's all electronic. But they pay for the ability to when you add liquidity. So with our Reb 25 and our free 25, you get and this is a larger term too, a 25 mil rebate, which comes off your commission. So your rate right now is 0.0015. If you add liquidity, you're getting 0.0025 back. So you are literally making a tenth of a cent or 10 mils on every trade. So that is the biggest way to save money, is using that Reb 25 and free 25 route. There are other routes on the website that also offer rebates, but those are the two biggest ones. That comes off your trade immediately. That is, so yeah, at the end of the day, you could very easily have a negative commission. So it's that's a good point there.
That's pretty cool, having a negative commission.
Yeah, so it does happen. They're just you just have to, it's not always going to happen. But let's use in the example where you don't add liquidity. You just want to hit the offer and and just fill the trade immediately. Well, it's still free. It's still no ECN fees. You'd only pay the 1.5 commission, but you wouldn't incur any other fees. It's when you add liquidity, you bring it a lot back. There's so many other, intricacies. I'm more than happy to go through them, but those are the two biggest ones I can think of right away.
Awesome. Can you go over the differences in fees between Cobra and Venom and how they differ?
Yes, and there's some confusion that yesterday on the show, and we got quite a few questions. So they're both going to be on a per share basis. Cobra is going to have a software fee, the 125, but you're going to get it back if you can trade remotely active. Venom doesn't have a software fee. In terms of the routing fee is very similar. If you route to an ARCA, it should be a universal price. They're kind of the same type of routes. The discount, where the confusion lied, was the discount or the offer with Cobra, the Cobra special that we have a landing page, and you can probably post it up there. You get a free month of commissions, just free all the way up to $5,000 in your first month. Go crazy. Just like you mentioned yesterday, go crazy.
Oh, yeah, I just want to go crazy the next 30 days. Starting on Monday, I just want to go nuts. Like, why not? We basically have all these free things going on. I want to take advantage of it.
Yeah, right. So the first month, kind of on us. We're going to give you the first month software for free. The first month's commissions up to $5,000 for free. Works, a great way to get started. If you don't like us after a month, I think you will. But hey, you're not out anything. But the big one is the 50% off commissions for life. You're going to trade even at the lowest level, you're going to trade at 0.0015 a share, which is great. That affords you all the rebate routes, all the same things. And then going back to the Venom side, we just have a flat, and we mentioned that earlier, just 25% off the equity commissions and the option commissions. So there's no platform. So it's just a great place to get started. Not quite as aggressive, but since it's still cheaper than Interactive Brokers if anyone wants to switch back over to us. But that's the main difference. The promotions are a little different, but all intents and purposes, they're both direct access platforms. They're both, millisecond executions, and no one is ever gonna wish for anything faster, because both are extremely fast.
Awesome. If someone is on Venom and they work on up to 27,000, they upgrade to Cobra, would they be upgraded to the 50% off commissions as well? So I assume so. If you go from Venom and then you sign up to Cobra, through that link, the Dekmar trades, you get 50% off as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that offer's out there indefinitely. So yeah, you would just the new and better rates would definitely apply.
Do you guys have any video library type of tutorials, something that we could post or people can be able to watch and learn how to be able to use DOS or Sterling or any of those platforms, just so again come Monday they could be able to go through and kind of get a little bit more familiar with the platforms?
Yeah, we do. We have some that we send out with any new account opening, but we also have a YouTube channel. So check out, just Google or plug in YouTube Cobra Trading. We do have a library there. But if there's something specific, we probably have a video on it, and a better option too, anyone that's listening, request a demo off our website. It's live data. It's, you still have access to our brokers. It is essentially like having a real account. So if you have a demo and want to play with it and have a walkthrough with one of our brokers, we can help answer those questions and set up. You can even set up layouts on a demo and save that layout. So once you go live, it's just opening that layout and you're off and running.
We know in Cobra we're using the DOS platform or Sterling, right? Am I correct there?
Yes, DAS or sterling, or DAS, DAS, whatever they want to say. But yeah, that or sterling, correct.
What would you guys? I don't know if you can even say. Is there a personal preference? Should people be going DOS or should people go in sterling, or is there something better than the other?
DAS is the most popular by far. It has more locate sources. Yeah, I don't. They're both. You could look at both. I kind of like the feel of sterling a little better, but DAS is definitely more popular. Has more locate sources, more routes. So yeah, if you're shorting, DAS is probably the way to go, just due to the. I think there's 15 locate sources located in the platform. We have 5 more in the back end. So yeah, it's a preference. Look at both demos if you want, but DAS is the one I would initially off the hip suggest.
And then you're saying, so the platform for Venom then is IB?
Correct. It's Trader Workstation. So you have the TWS platform, the TWS mobile. So anyone that's used IB, they're going to be very familiar with it. It's going to look a little different with our logo in the corner. But we are cheaper. So if anyone wants to migrate their account over, it's a literally thing in account management. You link to us and you get that lower commission.
And then what is that monthly fee again? For the
there's no monthly fee
fee, guys. No monthly fee at all for the Venom platform then.
Right. Yes. So that's a great place to start. You're not going to be limited. You're not going to be restricted on any front. One other thing worth mentioning, and I'm sorry if I'm going out of turn, is people always argue that they're using a free broker. They're using a Robinhood. They're using a Webull or something like that. The key with that is, we offer these rebates. We offer a choice of routes. So you can choose the route that's best for you, the fastest for you, the one that suits you the best. With these free brokers, you get to send it through their route. What that does is that takes your order, they internalize it. They may match it up with an internal order. But most of the time they're selling your order flow. They call it PFOF, payment for order flow. They're selling that order. So despite you getting it free, they are routing to venues that will pay the most for your order. And very often not in the trader's best interest. When a broker sells your order flow and directs it to the highest bidder, it's time and time again, it's shown that it's not the fastest execution when all you care about is how much you get paid for that order. So something to keep in mind. People always argue free brokers are just as good. Surely they're not going to be for short locate inventory, because they just want volume. They don't care so much about short locates. But the biggest thing there is purely the ability to control your route, to control your orders. Again, a millisecond versus a second difference, probably not that big of a deal to to a novice investor. But you guys are all pros. You guys are all taking this seriously. You need a direct access platform, whether it's Cobra or another firm. You need a direct access platform with, instantaneous quotes and, near instantaneous execution, and the support that goes with it. Support is so critical. If you have a Fidelity account and you have something go down, you're looking, especially if they're having problems, it could be an hour before you talk to someone. We're live chat on the website, all hands on deck. Every broker that we have at Cobra is in one location here in Texas. If they don't have an immediate answer to a question, the guy right behind them does, and they're going to get back to you. They're going to respond immediately.
Cool. So for a demo, does the demo have any paper trading they can practice actual trading on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a full system. Go to the website, cobratrading.com. There's a request a demo button. Click on that. It'll get sent out. And it's a free, I believe it's 14 days. You just get
cool.
You
do whatever you want. So I would suggest every single person that's on YouTube right now, the 1,500 people over on Tradecaster right now, everyone go over, click that button, request a demo, and basically flood the site real quick and go request a demo if you guys want to. So that's a great way to just practice, and I think that's great, especially before next week, especially as you guys are waiting for your accounts to be approved before again you're sending your money over. Someone asked, can I fund my account with a debit card? Is that an option, or is it only ACH transfers? Is it wires? What's the best way?
Wire's the best. Wire's instantaneous. Essentially. ACH, we have ACH capability. We prefer not to have account funding with an ACH, just due to the time it takes to set up the ACH process. So I would suggest for everyone, fund with a wire. We can fill out the ACH form so that anytime you want to send or receive money, you can just email us. We'll of course call you back and verify it for security reasons. But then everything is that's the easiest way. Wire in. For any other movements, ACH is perfect. We'll set it up, but it's just not immediate.
Gotcha. Do you guys have any issues with slippage? If someone says, I used to use TD Ameritrade, they're awful with slippage on their options, sells, and buys. Like, is there do you have any sort of problems with that in any way?
No, I can't say we've never had slippage, but no, with the direct access broker, that's the key, right? You have an option of multiple routes. You shouldn't have slippage. Like I said, it's literally millisecond executions. That slippage comes, because it's a free broker. That is going, they're selling that order flow. It's going to the highest bidder. Of course, they're not going to go out to a archipelago or something, which is, the creme de la creme of a route. That's expensive. And I don't often use it unless it's an emergency route, but the key there is, the slippage is very minimal and you control the routes. So if you send it, try Rev 25 and you're like, man, it's just not quite fast enough. There are 20 other routes that we can, point you to the direction of how to, which ones might be better. So
does the platforms have level 2? If that's for DAS or Sterling or on Venom trading, is level 2 included?
Of course. Yeah, all of them. Of course. Yeah, that's, I wouldn't even imagine trading without it. That's how
I feel. It's like I need that for sure. But is there any additional fees for level 2 or anything like that?
I think there's, all the platforms have a small data fee. I maybe like $6. I think level 2 is probably included. But there are additional fees, news feeds, and there's multiple feeds that you can add to that depending on what you need. But it's all minor, very minor charges.
Okay, amazing, definitely very awesome. Louis the Lightning Bug says market depth. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah. We have NASDAQ Total View and Arca Book. So I believe that's what he's referring to. So so the market depth, both available. Again, a couple bucks or something like that. But yes, it just adds. What that does for everyone else is that the level 2 that you normally see, the market depth doesn't just post the best bid and offer and down 1 or 2 levels. It shows the entire depth of the book. I wouldn't suggest doing both Total View and Arca Book. It's one or the other, whichever you're accustomed to.
Yeah. So just a little heads on up. So when someone signs up to the demo, what are they getting? Is it DAS or Sterling, or do you get to pick? Because someone says, "What if I like the demo a lot? Is that the same platform I'm going to be using when I fund my account?"
Absolutely. The DAS demo is the most popular. It's immediate. It goes out right away. Sterling, we can set one up. If you think there's a feature it has that DAS may not, I would start with DAS. If there's something missing, we can discuss, if Sterling has it. But again, DAS is our most popular platform, and it's been around, for decades as well. So it's kind of the bellwether.
Awesome. No, I mean, we've just gone through a lot of these questions. I'm going to ask, right now, if there's anyone with any sort of final questions, comments, or concerns. But, I was bringing this up, and I'll show it on the screen here one more time. Basically, every single person at this time is going to be getting 1 month of free commissions, 5K max rebates. So basically, guys, take advantage of this. As I said over on Monday, once my account is all set, ready to go, I'm going to be trading bright and early, ready to go, and just taking the next 30 days to just get after it. So I don't plan on trading once a day, twice a day. I'm planning on going 4 or 5 times a day and making as much money as we can. After that 30-day period, it's 50% off commissions for life, which is just absolutely insane for life, guys. This is not just another 1 month, it's forever. So that's why you guys should take advantage of it. And also, again, DAS or Sterling, we're also getting free software there. But remember, if we're trading over, I believe, 200,000 shares, then that becomes free as well. And if you do not have the $27,000, just go down to Venom Trading to start with, and then, of course, work your way up before you go over towards Cobra. Is there anything I'm missing there, just from you, Chad?
No, I think you covered it probably better than I could. So, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys having me. I know you guys are here to trade and to find your next best pick for the day. So it means a lot that you'd spend some time with me. Hopefully, if I didn't answer your questions here today, go to our live chat on our website. Every single chat in that bottom corner of our website, every single chat that's responded to is a licensed broker. We have no customer-facing people at Cobra that aren't licensed. So they've all, decades of experience down there. And they're going to have an answer for you, as crazy as it may sound. Just go to cobratrading.com, little chat icon pops up in the corner, ask away. Those guys are your instant question bank, and they are all licensed brokers. So, but I appreciate you bringing me on it to probably not at the top of everyone's list to talk to the CEO of Cobra, but I do appreciate it.
No problem. No, we're excited to have you, and we look forward to it. Just again, one final time: 27,000 over on Cobra and 5,000 over on Venom, and that's firm, correct? Like you got to have 27K and you got to have 5K, or is there any wiggle room with any of that?
The 27K firm, the IB part or the Venom piece, if it's slightly below 5, if it's 4, the system's going to let it go through. So if someone's trying to scrape together $5,000 and it's just a little short, they're not going to stop that account from coming through. So just a little tip and trick. But, I guess if you don't have 5K to trade, maybe, you maybe, I'm just saying a maybe, maybe an online broker is in, it's always got to start somewhere. But if you're, only have a couple $1,000, we all know that's probably not enough to change anything. So maybe an online broker or a big box broker might be suitable.
Cool. Hey, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm excited to again start trading over on Monday. Monday is going to be absolutely insane and massive, and we're definitely going to be getting after it. So it's going to be fun. But thank you so much for your time, Chad. I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys jump on that landing page that Sean will post, you fill in some basic first name, last name, email, phone number. It will direct you to the account opening page. Open the account. You can fund it whenever. There's not an immediacy there. But if you get if you're just waiting for the right time, open the account first so it can sit there. Then when you're ready to wire in your funds, or you take 2 days off from trading, then you just initiate a wire and we're off. But at least the account's open. It doesn't cost anything to open the account. It's just
that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no reason not to at least lock in these discounts. There's no reason not to go ahead and apply and just be all set, ready to go. And whenever you're ready, then fund it.
Correct. Yeah. And, because that's usually what happens. Someone's like, hey, I'm taking Monday off. Can I open the account, fund the account, and be trading by Tuesday? Well, probably not. but if the account's open and you have a day off and you're like, hey, I'm just going to wire the funds from my other broker to Cobra, there you go. And then it's done and you're back in trading the next day.
Cool. Hey, thank you so much. Well, I will see you on Monday, or you'll see me trading on Monday. So I'm excited about it.
And we'll talk. We'll get a broker on there to do a walkthrough of the whole platform. We can, probably look at, DAS and Sterling. But yeah, they'll give you, if you guys want it, we'll give you a tour.
All right, sounds good. Hey, once again, thank you so much, Chad.
Hey, thank you. Thanks to everyone for having me. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty nice right there, eh? Not too bad, not too shabby. Getting ourselves ready and rocking and rolling. And I think, again, one of the biggest things is I always like to be able to work with scanners or companies or whoever, brokers that, we could be able to build some sort of personal relationship with. And it's like, it's not just some sketchy thing out there, right? We can trust. We know who's behind it. We know the face behind it. We know, again, how kind and how great they are. So I'm really excited. I am. I'm pumped to be able to, again, give Cobra a shot right here, be able to start shorting, be able to start getting after it. And now, again, it comes on down to, at this point, win or lose, it's on me. It's not, again, the shorts. It's not the platform. It's not the broker. There's no, again, pointing fingers to anyone, right? What essentially this is all about is that I have the best race car I can have. Now, again, it comes down to the driver. If I win the race, it's because obviously the race car is great and I was able to make the right moves. If I, again, don't, it's not because of the car. Right now, again, we have the best of the best broker. Right now, again, we have the most shorts possible. Right now, again, we have the DAS platform, the most popular platform out there. Right now, again, we have a company that's, again, going the extra mile to give us discounts, locates, everything that we need. Now it's time for us to be able to bring it on down. Now it's time for us to get after it. Now it's time for us to be able to go the extra mile. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! It's going to be a good time ahead. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns for me, please ask me. Right now, team, give me one moment. Just going to get a quick drink of water. We'll be all set, ready to rock.
ground to the rhythm that you play when you're breaking my heart. You know that I can't get you out of the system. Get right from the start, you play with my heart.
Way up we go, in up and down that road. Way up, oh no, we gon' run the whole house down. Watch me standing in line, you're only serving lies. You got something to hide, we gon' run the whole house down.
You're breaking me, la 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 la. You're breaking me, la 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 la. You're breaking me, la 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 la. You're breaking me.
I don't wanna live forever. I don't wanna be living in pain. I don't wanna live forever. I just wanna keep calling your name
Till you come back home.
You don't know that you don't even care. Oh yeah, we said you don't know that you don't wear my chains. Oh yeah,
I need your love to give me hope when I can't breathe. I need your love to lift me up when I am weak. I need your love when I hate every part of me. I need your love to set me free. I need your love. I need your.
All right, traders, let's get back to it right here. I just want to say again, thank you so much, everyone who has again been working so hard, and everyone that's doing like so much for us. I mean, traders, I really do feel like just so much is coming together, and maybe I'm just talking extremely positive, but I really do think that. I really believe that obviously every single trader being so excited. I do believe that myself just building on up to where I'm at right now, to be able to make this great partnership with Cobra, to be able to have these scanners with trade ideas and Fox Runner, we have everything we need to absolutely dominate over this next few weeks, next few months, and hopefully these next few years. I know you guys are excited, and I'm excited as well, because large account trading is only 4 days away. Large account trading, getting back to our large account, getting back to, again, what we do best. Shirt ripping, jumping around, getting a little crazy, adrenaline pumping, high enthusiasm, high energy, blowing the roofs off. Team, we know the odds are in our favor. We know we are the house. We're not the gambler. We're not the tourist. I'm not showing up in a little Hawaiian flower t-shirt, asking my wife for a small envelope of the money we can spend, and then again roll some dice and I lose it. You roll the dice, I hand out the dice. You again, I receive the cards, I shuffle the cards. I want to be the house. I want to make sure every single time I trade, it's 80% gains. I want to make sure that I am not gambling. I am winning. That's what's coming up next week. So I am pumped about that. So excited, so ready to get after it, and so ready to make this money. This is going to be incredible. Let's see what we have here, team. Let's see if we have any sort of big spikes or rips or runs. To do CLRB, quick spike, quick drop. STSS, quick spike, quick drop. BAOS, quick spike, quick drop. BAOS was my favorite short today, guys. Right? BAOS was my favorite short today. Just saying that was going to give everything on back. You know, something again I thought was pretty interesting. Let's scroll on down here over on Fox Runner. Let's go to this. This is what I wanted to go over. Really quickly, guys, just something that's interesting for anyone who does not know. Nancy Pelosi's current investment portfolio of 2025. I know, again, we all like to know what Nancy Pelosi is getting herself involved in, so I think this is a great way to be able to just figure out what is her current portfolio in 2025. Let's go ahead and break it on down. So as of now, you guys can see she's bought Nvidia, Amazon, Google, VST, and TEM. These are going to be some of our largest positions so far, but we do have a little bit more detail. So let's go with this. It says Alphabet Google was one of our first transactions. January 2025, Nancy Pelosi purchased 50 call options with a strike price of $130, expiring January 26. The value of this transaction is between $500,000 and $1 million. So 50 call options with a strike price of $130. Let's see if she's in the money. Google. Right now, she's in the money. It's at $167. She put in anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million. Strike price $130. She's probably sitting pretty well at this moment. What about Amazon? Amazon in January of 2025, she purchased 50 call options at a strike price of $150 in January, between, again, $500,000 and $1 million. So, again, Amazon, where are we at right now? She's sitting pretty good. $206. Okay, we know she's the human cheat code, guys. AVGO in July of 2024, she purchased again between $1 million and $5 million. So AVGO, how has this been over the last year and a half? It depends on, again, where she was getting in exactly, but obviously sitting at this moment, we take a look over on this play, weekly chart, AVGO has been absolutely crushing it. AVGO has been moving itself on up. Nvidia. Pelosi sold 10,000 shares on December 31st of 2024 for $1.34 million. She also purchased 10,000 shares in June of 2024. Each purchase was between $1 million and $5 million. Okay. PANW. Let's go here. TEM. In January of 2025, Pelosi purchased 50 call options at a $20 strike price, and they expire in January of 2026. So again, she strike price of $20 over on TEM. Right now, that's at $62. But she's already buying these. Again, it's not like it was underneath $20. She's just, again, buying them very heavily in the money already. VST, she got a big position on. You guys can actually see this one. VST, this is actually one of the reasons why I bought VST, is because I saw Nancy Pelosi getting involved in this play. And VST is actually one of the, a very big company at this time, having to do with data centers for AI. But if we want to take a look, let's actually go over here. We can actually just click Congressional Trading, and then let's go over to Nancy Pelosi at this moment. So click Nancy Pelosi, and we can actually see this position. It says VST bought 500,000 to 1 million January 16th. She got involved though on January 13th. So we can actually go over on VST to January 13th time daily chart here. Let's go to January 13th and see exactly where it's at. January 13th, it was at the price of 162. So 162, somewhere in right around that area is where she got filled at. 162 January 13th. So the thing is, Nancy Pelosi actually just got back into the green. I bought in on VST underneath $100. When it fell underneath $100 back on Monday, April 7th, that's where I'm in at. So, hey, Nancy, if you want to take notes, I got you. Again, you guys can come on over to tradecaster.com. Everyone over in the White House, I'll help you get some better entries. So, VST right here, one of my kind of go-to plays. I wasn't actually too aware of VST until I took a look over here and saw that this was one of her biggest positions. She bought on Nvidia 500,000 shares, Amazon, or $500,000, Amazon 500,000, Google 500,000, but then VST was up towards $1 million. So she's really heavily going into these type of plays here. So just a little heads on up for every single person so that you guys understand it, so that you guys are on top of it right now. She also, if you guys take a look at this chart, she hasn't sold anything yet in 2025. So everything that she's bought so far, TEM, VST, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, she purchased all of these and she has not sold any of them yet. So she's still holding all of these plays. She's still watching for that rip and run. She's still, again, saying, because usually she buys in at the beginning of the year, sells at the end of the year. Buys in at the beginning of the year, sells at the end of the year. Buys in at the beginning. Look at 2024, she sold a ton. 2025, she didn't buy as much so far, though. She's kind of been a little bit lighter. This is her smallest year since 2019. In 2020, she bought a ton. 2021, she bought a ton. 2022, she bought a ton. 2024, she bought a ton. She only bought a little bit so far in 2025. She actually hasn't been going too crazy just yet. Little heads up for you guys. So it's been a little bit smaller. We will be watching, see what we get over on that play. Is there anything that's spiking though right now at this moment? Anything that's going crazy? Anything that's ripping and running? Anything going wild? LNKS, a little bit of a spike. STAI, a little bit of a spike. Traders, we are only a few days away. We are only a few days away from our big account trading. Get ready, guys. And we'll be all set. Does anyone have any sort of final questions, comments, or concerns for me? So just a little heads on up. Any final questions, comments, or concerns for me? I want to make sure that you guys are all good. I want to make sure, again, you guys are all set. But, man, another amazing morning, making sure that you guys are all good here, guys. MULN just got a little bit of a spike. Ooh, let's go ahead and take a look over on MULN. I feel like MULN does this a good amount. Goes on these quick little rips and runs and then comes crashing right back on down. MULN, yeah, MULN had a spike yesterday. Guys, any sort of news or reason over on MULN right now? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. MULN, 1 day ago, came out with a press release. So just a little heads on up. 1 day ago, there was a press release over on MULN. Definitive agreement to acquire additional 21% of Bollinger Motors. So this was yesterday. And yesterday, it did go on a nice spike. Yesterday, it did go on a nice rip and run. So MULN is getting a little bit of a spike at this moment. So I would say, again, keep your eyes peeled over on that stock. Over on MULN is halted. Seems like it's stealing the majority of the buying volume. And this is, again, just a little heads on up. What's so great about being part of Tradecaster, being part of live streaming on YouTube? The thing is, we just don't miss a play. If I ask the chat room, hey guys, is anything spiking, ripping, or running? One person is going to say, oh yeah, Dek, you're missing MULN. And then we can see it and we can find it right away. Right? When you're trading by yourself and you're not part of a community, you're not being able to, listen to me or whatnot, you're going to miss out on plays. That's just the way it works. You're going to miss out on stocks. You're going to miss out on plays that you're saying to yourself, man, I just didn't know about that play. So again, great job, being able to find MULN right here. Now, MULN, this is all a momentum play from yesterday. Yesterday, MULN had a nice rip and run. Today, it's looking to see, is it going to be able to continue? So all eyes over on MULN. Let's see if this one can continue to keep on spiking, ripping, and running. Viral videos, Dek, the word announces is missing from the Fox Runner Star words. Announces, I don't know, kind of goes back and forth. I mean, you could say we announce a public, an offering. We announce that we have a new CEO. We have announced that we are whatever. You could, I mean, the word announce, it comes on out so often, you're probably just going to get a lot of fluff. But also a little side note here, if you want to put the word announces, just go over to your keywords and add it. You can just add the word announces if you want to, and then, you can make it. If I was doing this, I would do like a little speaker or a little microphone, announces, and then go ahead and put that in. Let's go with like a dark blue, bring that on over. And then you have the word announces right there. So again, anything that comes out with the word announces, you'll be all set, ready to rock and roll for, right? But you might get a little bit too much fluff, I think, with the word announces, but it's up to you. There's like, Oppenheimer upgrades, announces. You can see the dark blue announces, again, $130 price target. If you want to test it on out, you can. Here's, again, another one. Incorporated announces its earnings report. So I just think you're going to get a lot of fluff, when you have the word announces. Announces changes in senior management. Announces that you have, again, treatment. Announces, you're going to get so many. So just be aware you're going to get a lot of fluff here. As I stated also, though, little heads on up, on Monday, I believe. It could be Monday or Tuesday. Fox Runner is doing a brand new update. What's the brand new update, if you ask? Number one. Not only you're going to be able to add keywords, but all the keywords that you add, they will also be read out loud to you. There will now be voice alerts for your keywords as well. So if you want to be able to pick specific words that you want to be read out loud to you, you could be in the bathroom, you could be looking at a different screen, and all of a sudden words come on out and it says, hey, there has been positive phase 3 trials, and it'll read it to you. So this way you never miss it. That's big. Also, what's coming on up? You can change your ratings. So again, not only can you add keywords, but you can change what comes out in the stars. So you can modify this over on the stars, which is absolutely great. Also, all your settings will be saved. Whatever, again, you change your current volume, change towards, all that stuff, that'll all be saved, so you're all set, ready to go. Those are just kind of like 3 major things that I know are coming. Voice alerts, saving data, and also, again, changing the star ratings to whatever you want, customizing that. So again, some pretty cool stuff coming on up over on Monday for that play. So let's keep our eyes peeled on MULN. We'll see how much more is left on MULN as we come up towards around 11 o'clock. Dek, how high can MULN, though, actually get up to? MULN, let's see here. MULN, I mean, if it takes on all $15, guys, might be able to get some hype. Yep, Ritz, it'll have, again, saving data coming on up, saving the changes, and be able to get voice alerts. MULN should be getting unhalted here in just a moment. Am I right? Let me see here. MULN 1037 and 27 seconds. So it looks like we're going to a 10-minute hold. Looks like we're going to a 10-minute hold here, team. 1037 and 27 seconds here. Let's give it 2 minutes. See what happens. And then we'll be all set, ready to rock, and getting ready for that next possible move, that next possible play, and that next possible rip and run. Remember, guys, if you guys do have any final questions, comments, concerns, please let me know so that we are all good. After, again, this, I'm actually heading on over to the bank, wiring out some money from my old broker, so I even have even more money for Cobra on my new broker. So I'm actually heading to the bank around lunchtime here today, getting some money out, wiring some money in, just making sure that we're all set. Again, it's Wednesday. I want to make sure, I want to guarantee. The last thing I want to do is show up on Monday and be like, hey, guys, my money's not ready yet. Like, that's not what I'm doing. So MULN still trying to spike. This play is going to be getting unhalted in 1 minute. Let's see what happens when this one gets unhalted. Let's see what happens when this one gets unhalted here. Jalen saying, Deck, just figured out. I ask, how do you feel about HTOO? Let me take a look real quick. HTOO, no volume, no movement, no predictability. No one's trading it. Hasn't moved all day. I wouldn't touch it. No reason to touch that in any sort of manner. MULN here, team. 30 seconds. 30 seconds over on MULN. Top mover so far, it seems like. MULN's up 116%. Not sure why it's not coming up on trade ideas. Let me see if I can adjust this setting real quick. It's not coming up on trade ideas for some reason. I don't know why. Let me see. I'm going to adjust this setting a little bit and get rid of some things. All right. I turned off a lot of things here. And you can see MULN is now there. So I got MULN up. How to adjust some settings, take off a lot of things. And you guys can see MULM is there. KWM tried to get that quick spike and then came right back on down. Guys, here's MULN. Let's see what happens here over on MULN. All eyes on this play. Switch on over to a 2-minute time frame. Let's see what we get. This play, traders, $15 would be the ultimate target on the stock. It got up to $12.93 so far. Here comes $13.30. Next hold area, Deck. Next hold area is $13.71. Next hold area is $13.71 if this one keeps on spiking. MULN trying to stay above 13. Remember, guys, watch the bids. The bids are the left numbers, aka the buyers. The ask, aka the shorters, are the sellers on the right side over here. The buyers are pushing the play on up. The buyers want to try to get this stock above. Get this stock above 14 up to 15. The new hold area is $13.94, which is the LULD. LULD is the hold area on the upside, on the right side, aka the shorting side. And the LULD on the bottom, aka the left side here, is if it crashes. 1140 if it crashes. Right now, 1420 if it spikes. Buyers and shorters are going back and forth. It looks like the buyers have a little bit more strength. Buyers are trying to keep it above $13.50, push up to $14. Dang, when would shorters get strength? Probably underneath 13, $12.80, $12.90. That's when, again, shorters could start getting more strength. Right now, again, buyers at $13.30, $13.20. Stay above 13, $13.40. Start pushing this back on up. We want to see this push back on up, going in the wrong direction right now. Buyers right now, you got to hold 13. You don't want to crack $13 support. If you do crack $13 support, you want to bounce right back above 13. You want to push this up to that $15 level, as we know. A lot of good action right here. 146% gain at this time over on MULN. Let me take a screenshot of the best plays at this moment. These are right now all the top gainers. So right now at this time, team, going ahead, post this over on chat. These are, again, top gainers. What we do have is KWM, MULN. Top gainers today. Those are the ones that you guys want to be focusing on. Those are the ones that you guys want to be looking at. So a lot of good attention. Here comes, again, 15. I think 15 is about to happen here, traders. $15 might be happening here momentarily. Guys, the LULD, limit up, limit down over on the stock. Still a lot of great hype and still a lot of great potential behind this play. A lot of people, of course, getting involved in it. And we are halted once again. We are halted once again here, ladies and gentlemen. I do think after this halt, it is going to come back on down, though. I do think, traders, after this halt, MULN will be coming back on down. You're going to have a lot of resistance coming on up here. So just a heads on up for every single person. I would definitely be very careful over on MULN. I would say, Dek, predict a high. I would say like 1610. That's what I think. So again, that's my prediction. That's my prediction. I'll throw it out there. I will say MULN mid $16 area is where I believe the high will be today. If you see the mid 16s, lock it up and be smart. This stock has now spiked over 166% today. Do not have FOMO and buy at the top. Shorters will be coming in soon. All right. So I do think MULN's going to open on up, get a little bit more of a rip and run, get a little bit more of a spike, and then, of course, go from there. Brands saying, Dek, thank you so much for the interview today and giving us a chance to ask directly to the CEO. Another example of how TradeCaster is the bomb. Hey, thank you so much, Brands. I appreciate it. Again, I truly try to go the extra mile for you guys in every way I possibly can. I do. I try to go the extra mile for you any way I can. If that's, again, just setting up interviews, if that's, again, getting you guys discounts, if that's me answering questions, if that's whatever. I just, again, really try to be able to help you guys, grow, learn, and become better traders. Why do stocks get halted? Because of momentum. Again, market makers just, whenever a stock kind of spikes too hard or dumps too hard, a circuit breaker happens. Basically, it's a stock's moving too fast and they try to slow it down so it doesn't kind of get out of hand. For instance, in 2008, there was no such thing as halts. Everyone started selling. The stock market just gained speed. Dumping, dumping, dumping. It led to more people dumping, dumping, dumping. It led to more selling, selling, selling. It led to more selling. So again, they put in halts. And the whole point of a halt is to allow people to calm down. Allow people to take a breath. Allow people to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to short this now. I'm going to sell it now and kind of kill the momentum. So the whole point of halts is to slow down momentum and allow people to kind of think about a more rational decision. It's, in 2008, people took money out. Then more people took money out, then more, and it led to, again, basically a little downtrend to basically straight on down where everyone was panicking and just taking money out no matter what, right? So the thing is, that's, what we want to be able to understand and realize, right here and right now is that a lot of these plays, guys, right? When they spike up extremely hard, they get halted to try to kill it on off, try to die it on down a little bit. All right, MULN, when is this one getting unhalted? Should be 9:55 and 10 seconds. We should be about 80 seconds out, guys. 80 seconds out here on this play. Going back to MULN. I think, again, if you had to ask me, Dek, how high do I think the stock's going? Mid-16s. Mid-16s is what I'm thinking. Mid-16 area is what I'm looking at. Here we go. Only about 30 seconds out. MULN coming to life here. Hopefully it's not a 10-minute hold. I don't think it will be. I think, again, we're going mid-16s and then dropping back on down. Should be coming out live in 10 seconds-ish. 10 seconds-ish. 5 seconds-ish. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Please. There we are. We're live. We got up towards, again, 1430 so far. Can we break that? Guys, the LULD, I don't want it to get halted again at 1430. Guys, we got up to 1436. Oh, we couldn't break the high of the day just yet. 1436 so far, still holding up as the high. Can we squeeze through that? The LULD is still at 1436 right now. The LULD stands for limit up, limit down. It's at 1436. Here's another touch of it. We might get halted again at this area. We're getting halted at the same exact area at this time. We need to break through this. I still think, again, the main area is going to be $16. It's about to get halted for another 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 11 o'clock at this time. I'm calling it for myself. Obviously, if you want to trade here today, the number one top play to watch is MULN. The number one top stock to watch at this time is MULN. The stock that, again, every single trader and every single investor is looking at is MULN. Traders, we are, again, slowly coming on down to the end of this week. We have tomorrow, we have Friday, and then it's game time. Traders, I'm off to the bank right now to actually go ahead and start wiring funds just to make sure that I'm all set, ready to go. MULN, take profits above 16 if you're in on this play. Obviously, have your game plan, but if you get above 16, don't say, oh, it's going to go to 18. Oh, it's going to go to 20. It very might, but I would say take something. You get above $15, $16, take something. Right now, we just got rejected off 1436. There's a chance it's going to open up and just dump right away. So please do not FOMO into a stock that's up 166%. Either short it, look for a dip buy, or take profits in the near future. Traders, I hope you guys have had a blast today. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun today, and I hope you guys are enjoying every single day that we bring to you. Ladies and gentlemen, things are about to get crazy. Things are about to be broken. Traders, I love you. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us this morning. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy, again, those profits. Enjoy those gains. Enjoy, again, make sure you sign up to the Cobra if you guys haven't yet, and keep your eyes peeled over on MULN. We are getting closer and closer to large account trading. Get your shoulders rubbed on out. Start stretching because things are about to be fun. I'll see you guys back here, as you guys know, tomorrow morning, and we only got 2 more days until things, of course, get real crazy. Hey, I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much. MULN, number one play. I'm off to the bank. Gonna go wire my funds, making sure I'm all ready to rock, and help me wrap it on up. You guys know the drill here, team. In 3, 2, 1. Woo! I love ya. Enjoy it. MULN coming out live here very soon.
Pains me to see so many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, there's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up $23,000, $24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's going to click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness. Guys. Welcome to the stock market.